In this little corner of rural Russia, you won't find any campaign signs that say Putin forever. But if there were, Ramon Gonzalez and Anna Golubov would certainly want one for their dacha or cabin.
Мне очень нравится. Мой президент прям настоящий мужик.
They usually live 800 kilometers away in Moscow, where Ramon is a photographer and Anna is retired. But this village is their spiritual home. They're voting yes in Russia's referendum. Yes to enshrining God in the Constitution, no to gay marriage, and yes to letting Putin serve again and again as president.
Он сильный, волевой и держит страну правильно в руках. Потому что там, где дать слабину, все разваливается. Я не знаю, как. А что сейчас в Америке творится? Это вообще какой-то кошмар.
Поэтому, если он будет до конца
дай Бог ему многое благое лето,
своей жизни, так и ради Бога. Мы только за.
Beyond resetting his term limits, Putin's referendum effectively cements conservative values and arguably xenophobia as fundamental facts of the Russian nation. The world is hostile. Strength is what matters. He's personally rewritten the narrative of the Second World War to portray Russia not just as a victim of Nazi Germany, but also of what he claims was European and American complicity with the Nazis. State TV pundit Sergei Markov, who's close to Putin's government, echoes the Kremlin talking points that only Putin can keep Russians safe.
If United States, Canada, European Union will continue their hybrid war against Russia, Vladimir Putin will have to stay. Just stop dreaming about this. And Putin will leave exactly when you stop dreaming about his leaving.
The Kremlin saw to it that any official no campaign was banned. Russia's communists, the second largest party in parliament, have mounted minimal resistance. Without a hint of irony, supporters of the party of Lenin and Stalin say the changes are undemocratic.
Our government and our president now want to see our country for oligarchs, and he want to see in future our country with robbery and violence.
In a recent TV appearance, Putin suggested Russia will be weakened by the search for a successor if he doesn't stay on.
Если этого не будет, года через два, я знаю это по собственному опыту, уже вместо нормальной ритмичной работы на очень многих уровнях власти начнется рыскание глазами в поисках возможных преемников. Работать надо, а не преемников искать.
Russia has long wrestled with its relationship with the rest of the world. St. Petersburg was built by Peter the Great to be its window onto Europe. And independent polls suggest a lot of Russians don't share Putin's suspicions about the malign intentions of the West, especially younger Russians.
He's going to be for a very long time in power. And of course, it's very bad for our country, for our young people, for our generation.
Restaurateur Alexander Zatulivatrov fears his country is sliding backwards fast.
Мы возвращаемся в самые, наверное, суровые годы Советского Союза, и причем это такая галопирующая скорость.
Before COVID, Zatulivatrov owned 6 restaurants. He's had to close 2 and most of his staff are now gone. Without someone willing to make radical changes to Russia, he fears for the future.
Фактически за 10 лет мы растеряли все, что получили в конце века. То есть вот эти все наши предпочтения, все наши воззвания, все наши желания свободы и какой-то демократии, они вдруг мгновенно стали захлопываться, причем с такой скоростью, что ты даже не успеваешь отбежать.
Most Russians are not especially political. The tendency, learned over decades of totalitarian rule, is to avoid government rather than engage and try to affect change. So for Ramon and Anna, it's better to stick with who you know.
Во-первых, я не вижу никого вообще на горизонте. И, по-моему, это вообще чудо, что у нас такой президент.
The only unknown about the outcome of the referendum will be the extent of the complacency over it. The Kremlin has even resorted to free giveaways with offers of money, cars, and even apartments to get people out and to vote yes. Chris Brown, CBC News, Vancouver.